Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're just going to do a little celebration up here on the mountain for 4th of July. So fireworks were Saturday night in the little towns around us, so there's nothing to watch tonight, so it's just a quiet day up here. And we're going to do some hamburgers on the grill, and I thought we'd throw together a BBQ Cole Slaw. Takes no time at all. Takes just a few ingredients. We're going to put some onions in it. I just bought a 14-ounce bag of already chopped up coleslaw or cabbage, and it has carrots in it. And we're going to use a little lemon juice, barbecue sauce, apple cider vinegar, and yellow mustard. And that's really all you need to put in it. Now if you want to shred up some broccoli or cauliflower, you could definitely put that in there as well.
Cauliflower and broccoli would be really, really good in that.
I think so too.
And I just bet you anything, Charlotte's getting onions and cabbage out of her garden today for that.
True.
My grandma used to always make ice cream. Mamaw Potter. Mamaw and Paul would always make ice cream because that was in the house that they lived in when they first got married. Because my grandpa Miracle died when Daddy was only about 13, and she married Paul Potter. And they had a little, I guess it was their ice house, and it was down a little ways between the farmhouse and the barn set up here on the hill. That's where
there?
Pardon?
Was I there?
Yeah, you went fishing with Paul Potter's grandson, and that the river was down, the creek rather, was down the hill behind that building, and you and him always would go down there fishing. You went and stayed a little while with Mamaw and Paul and went fishing. And Paul always liked it because you'd go up on the mountain with him, up on the hill rather, and their collie, they had a black and white collie, and it would go up through there and chase all the cows back, and you thought that was so cool because that dog would go get the cattle.
I've never seen, I don't remember it.
Oh, well, you were young, but you should remember it.
How young was I?
Probably about maybe 9.
No, I don't remember that. Okay, so we're using a half a cup of barbecue sauce, a little bit more if you want a little bit more saucy or juicy. I'm going to put a squirt of lemon juice in, that just freshens it up a little bit. And about a tablespoon of mustard. Better shake that up. It's probably all water on top. Now I remember fishing with Paul Potter in their pond in London.
That was in London, the last house they lived in.
And I know he used to screw with me because he'd always throw a empty fish hook in, no bait, and throw it in, about a teaspoon of vinegar. And I know when I wasn't looking, he put bait on his because he was catching fish without bait, and I couldn't catch it with bait. So I know he was just messing with me. But
I like to tease you.
I always remember watermelon at their house.
Yeah.
I don't remember the other house. I remember the one last house in London.
Yeah, I loved that other house. Mamaw had this big front porch, and we'd sit on the front porch, and Paul would go down to the
A little more.
ice house, and Mamaw would start the ice cream, and he'd take it down there, and you boys would go down there and help him make it,
I remember making ice cream at her last house.
Oh, it was so good. Her ice cream recipe never failed, never ever failed. But it was her mama's ice cream. Her Mamaw got it from little grandma. I called her Little Grandma because she was just about this tall and about this big. And I always laugh because all her daughters were bigger than her.
Now, did you get her recipe for ice cream?
Yeah, that's the one Mamaw uses.
So she made the pineapple ice cream?
No, she didn't make pineapple. I did. I made the best pineapple ice cream you ever tasted.
She made ice cream one time, homemade ice cream. And she gave it to us, had us kids down in the basement, all of us. And there was little yellow chunks in there. And I couldn't figure out what those little yellow chunks were, and I asked her what it was. She told us it was pineapple. It was actually the egg that she had. She cooked too fast and it scrambled, so we had chunks of egg in it. So that's our pineapple ice cream.
But you believed it because you wouldn't have ate it if you knew it was...
Found out later. Sorry about my bowl. You can't see real well, but we've used up all of our smaller bowls. So basically that's all it takes to throw the coleslaw together. I'm going to dip some up here and let Mom taste it.
But we should have made ice cream today. We really should have.
We should have.
Should have, could have.
It's not too late. You can go get the stuff.
I know.
And you brought an ice cream maker.
I did. I brought it to you. Little Grandma always made it, and she would I don't know why, but she always wanted to make it in the winter because she said that way she didn't have to waste ice because we'd go out and get the snow and use it.
You make snow cream or ice cream and use the snow as ice?
We use the snow as ice.
Okay, because you make snow cream too.
I know, she did too.
Just not the yellow stuff. Oh well, here, you've never had it. Give it a try, see what you think. I'm just gonna steal a little bite out of here. I think it gives a little sweetness, and with the hickory smoke that I use, there's a little more flavor to it. It's good with a barbecue. I'm gonna put some of this on my sandwich too. What do you think?
I think it's really, really good.
Okay.
I didn't know that you could do that quick. That's something I could make up real fast when I had company.
Yeah, it's real easy.
That I wasn't expecting.
So what? This is about your last. This is your last day up here.
I know.
So what all have you done up here that you had fun doing?
Oh my gosh.
She's done everything. She's tried to cut down trees. She's cleaned up probably about half acre here. I'm not sure why she's raking the woods, but she's raking the woods and she's cleaning up the little sticks. So, but
Well, I don't like them laying around. I like them cleaned. I like clean ground.
okay.
And yesterday, he scared me to death. I mean, the woods is like, well, you see it like that. And he's got this big thing. What's that thing?
Bush hog?
Bush hog. That wasn't what you called it.
Oh, we call it the doctor because it's
The
a DR.
doctor.
That's the name of it, DR. So we just call it the doctor.
And he went down through there in that woods area because they're putting in a telephone pole.
Electric line.
They're putting a telephone pole in.
Okay.
It ain't telephone pole, it's electric pole.
Right.
Yeah. I'd just put it in a tree. Anyway, he has to take down 4 or 5 trees. So he had cut all this brush down and trees this big around. And he just took that thing and went right over them. I'm like,
It worked.
scared
Clears it
me
out.
to death.
We did not have that when we started clearing all this.
I
in.
could not believe when he got done. I mean, it was clean.
Yep.
I
So-
just couldn't believe it. And then yesterday, I went down through there raking, and he took Big Red and grabbed a tree.
Oh yeah, it's hauling logs from the other side of the property. That we're
And
going to use for a lean-to.
he'd pull it that way and come flying down through there with it. He'd yell,
Coming through.
coming through, and he came through, scared us to death with the first one.
Speaking of
And
Old
then-
Red, I put her on Old Red yesterday and took her down to the creek, and we got down there real easy. I mean, 2 of us on there. It's very steep, but coming back up, and I had to give it a little gas because it's real steep and it's a little muddy, and we went off to the side end of the woods.
I said, let me off, let me off.
So
I'm getting off.
I just held the brakes and kept it right there, and she got off, and she walked the rest of the way
I
back
said,
up.
I'm walking.
But she
It
had-
wasn't that bad. It was steep, but not that bad. I walked it the whole time the last time I was here.
and she played in the creek.
Yeah. And I walked around in the creek. It's so pretty and clear. It reminded me, brought back a lot of memories though, because my little grandma lived in a little cabin, and you had to walk. You parked out on the road, if you wanted to call it a road, in front of my aunt's house, my little grandma's daughter's house. And then you walked across this bridge, and my brother was always a brat, still is. And he'd get a hold of that bridge and he'd go like this on it and scare me to death. And so we'd get there, and as soon as we got there, Daddy would say, come on, sis, take your shoes off, I'll go with you. And me and Daddy took our shoes off and we'd walk through the creek. And they would walk on the bridge, and we'd go on the other side, and we'd put our shoes back on and go on up to Grandma's house.
I only remember 1 or 2 times doing that. I was little.
Yeah, we walk up there, and I brought little Grandma's chairs today. I said they made it all the way around. They went all the way from London and Pineville up to Ohio.
And now back
and
to Tennessee.
Back to Tennessee. So,
All right. Well, this is going to probably be one of our last videos up here. And she's probably not, I don't know when you're coming back. She says Thanksgiving because I mentioned we're going to have Thanksgiving up here if we get the cabin done so I can do my Thanksgiving. And she already invited herself. So I guess she'll be up here for Thanksgiving.
if he has his cabin ready, I will be.
Yeah. Now we can fry hamburgers.
You know how to turn out? I don't think you do. Oh, I'm so proud of him.
So we appreciate you all joining us and following us. I'll put all the ingredients, all 5 of them, down below in the description. I'll put it on our website, gregs-kitchen.com. If you have any comments or any other ways that you like to make coleslaw different than the traditional, drop it down in the bottom. We might give that a try. So,
And yeah, and next time maybe we'll make Grandma's ice cream for you.
sounds good. Maybe it won't be pineapple. Talk to y'all
And
later.
maybe it will be.
Love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, bunches.